Now, did he live 32 years or did he live 33 years? After Jesus was gone, they called that AD, they started counting, well, they counted backwards before. Then they started counting forward after he was gone. If I seem confused, don't worry about it. They were even more confused than I am. And we all followed him today. They counted backwards before Jesus, and then after Jesus, they started counting forward. So this is the year 1990 what? You sure? 1,993 years what? After Jesus. Is that right? But suppose Jesus lived 32 years instead of 33. Then that would make this 1992. But let's suppose he lived 33 years instead of 32 years. Then it would be the exact year. So the question is, are you 17 or are you 18? Are you 23 or are you 24? Are you 42 or are you 44? Are you 55 or are you 56? That's the question. And which month were you born in? Were you really born in August or was it sextilius? Were you really born in July or was it quintilius? Or do you really know? And every year or every few years, the cracker changed the time. He said, gee whiz, from now on, I want you guys to set your watches as of tomorrow at 12:01. At 12:01 tomorrow night, it will no longer be 1 a.m. when it normally was 1 a.m. It'll now be 2 a.m. because we're saving time. And then next year he'll change it and say, look guys, set them back. We don't need to save anymore. We've saved up enough time. Then 2 or 3 years will pass. He'll say, tomorrow night, as of 12:01, set your watches, guys. This time, 1 hour back. Instead of 1 a.m., it'll just be 12 midnight. Or instead of 10 a.m. in the morning, make sure you know that it's really 9 a.m. I know a few years ago, it was 11 a.m. And then we went back to 10 a.m. So the question is, what time is it? What time is it? Then he named the days. Sunday, Monday, moon day. Huh? Here we tripping on the sun and the moon days. You don't know what day it is. We don't know what time it is. We don't know what year it is. We don't know what month it is. You don't know how old you are. I'm not going to get into we don't know what our names are. Have lost our names, our language, our religion, our culture, our God, our folkways, our mores, our norms, and most of us have lost our minds. So anything I say up here tonight, you can't offer no argument, none whatsoever. We have to depend on the divine intervention of God Almighty to get us out of this thing, because this devil has got this thing mixed up and fixed up. He got it hooked up, and he's trying to get an extension of time. He's trying to fool God that his time ain't up. Can you get ready for that? He's trying to fool God. Change the calendars, change the time, change their names, even go into a month and take days out of the month and add it to another month and just juggle it around the way he wants to juggle it around. Now, do we follow God or do we follow the devil? Do we follow God or do we follow the white man? Now, the book of Jeremiah, what book? Jeremiah, the 10th chapter. What chapter? Let me make sure it's the 10th chapter. Jeremiah, the 10th chapter, beginning with the first verse. You ready? It says, hear the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen. Learn not the way of who? And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. For the heathen are dismayed at them. For the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest. Cuts what? A tree out of the forest. The work of the hands of the workman with the axe. And they deck it with gold, with silver and with gold. And they fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. The Bible in the book of Jeremiah says that the Christmas tree is a vain and an empty practice. It's the custom of a heathen. How many heathens in the house? Don't raise your hand. How many don't have a Christmas tree at home? Let me see. How many don't have a Christmas tree at home? How many say, but, oh, it's fun. I mean, what will we tell the children? We're trying to tell the big children something now. What sense does it make, brothers and sisters, for you to work your fingers to the bone, working double time, triple time, and overtime, constantly struggling, striving, and straining to bring a smile to your baby's face and to bring joy to your baby's hearts and souls? And then you go and give the credit to an imaginary white man, taking the credit from yourself, taking the honor from yourself, taking the glory and the praise and the respect from yourself, and giving the credit to a white man who doesn't even exist. And your babies grow up loving subconsciously white folks, believing that a fat white man with a red and white suit on is responsible for bringing them joy, when it was really you who brought them joy. Why not tell your babies, Mommy got this for you. Daddy got this for you. This is your zawadi or your present or your gift that came from Mommy's hard work, from Daddy's hard work. Anything wrong with that? Then your baby grows up bonded with you. Your baby grows up honoring you and respecting you as the power and the force in her life or in his life that does that which brings them happiness and brings them joy. But you'd rather give the joy away and channel it through a white man who's an imaginary, illusionary white man. Skinny Santa Claus, fat Santa Claus, tall Santa Claus, small Santa Claus, Santa Claus with cotton all over his damn face. My little son Farrakhan would probably grab it, and when Calvani was coming up, they would probably grab that stuff and smack it. And call, brothers, you're going to have to help me. There he is. He's supposed to have some flying, turn around the other way. Oh, he got him on both sides. This is double trouble. He's supposed to have some flying reindeer. This is supposed to be Rudolph. What kind of merry madness is this? And you tell your babies this lie about a flying reindeer. They will come down a chimney and you living over in Fort Greene. No, you ain't got no damn chimney in Fort Greene. Or whatever project you in. Cracker can go all over the world and come down some chimneys that you ain't even got. And then you wonder why your babies grow up to be liars. Your babies grow up to be liars because you start them out on lies at an early age. You tell them about a cracker that flies around with 8 reindeer, flying from house to house. Crackers doing something for niggas. That's the way they talk. And it don't happen like that. Huh? You teach them about rabbits that lay chicken eggs at Easter time. And you wonder why your babies grow up to be liars when you started them out with lies. And you feed them the lie and you reinforce the lie. Every year you reinforce the lie. Even all during the year you tell them that a white man is going to come. If you be good, Santa Claus is going to bring you something good. What a fool you are. Nobody in here. It's the fools who didn't come. Nobody in here. Anybody in here? Nobody in here. Look at this cracker. Got a bag full of gifts. One bag, and it's full enough for everybody. Over 5 billion people on the face of the earth. Papa's got a brand new bag. Every year he got a brand new bag, and it's full. How could you do it? Come to some of your houses right now and sneak up on you, and you don't know we coming. You got this cracker hanging up somewhere. You got your dead tree right there in the house. Talking about you, Ife, about Bubakari, Ijani Ku, Lumumba, Osajifo, Khalid Kareem, and got a cracker Christmas tree in the middle of your house. What's the matter with you? What is wrong with us that we will follow these people to this degree? The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan ask us the question, whose Christmas are you celebrating? Whose Christmas are you celebrating? Why does the tree have balls on the tree? What do the balls stand for? The balls represent the sun. Are you a sun worshiper? The wreath on the door represents the sun. Are you a sun worshiper? Do you have to get a mistletoe just to get some sugar? Is that the only way you can get some sugar is stand under some mistletoe? That's for white folks. Scared. Honey, are we having sex today? It's Wednesday. That's foolishness. We don't have to do that kind of foolishness to keep up with these people. The star. Our brothers and sisters have studied this star. Our ancestors have studied this star for a long, long time. In Kemet or in Egypt, we have studied this star. We have followed the star Sirius. And even when we go among our people, the Dogons, we will find that the Dogons have been able, you could go way back up in the jungle among our brothers and sisters, our ancestors. When you study our history and our history, way back up in the woods, they had never been to any school of astronomy under the white man. And they could walk out barefoot, look up in the sky and point to a star in the sky and tell you that that star passes once every 25,000 years. Tell you at another point that star passes once every 50,000 years. How did they know these things? It was coming up out of their genetic memory bank of the mastermind, of the God in person, of the black man and black woman. Make no mistake about it, brothers and sisters, you are from the family of God Almighty. There is no mystery God. There is no spook God. Send a shout out to the gods and earths in the house. Peace, God. I'm saying there is no mystery God. God is in your person, black man and woman. There is a part of you, every one of you under the sound of my voice. There is a part in you that is infinite. There is a part in you that is all-wise and all-knowing and does everything right and exact. Is that right? Can I prove it? Yes.